Have you ever wished you could fly? Or be super strong? Or save the world? Well, what if I told you that sometimes the most amazing superheroes look just like you and me? This is the story of how an ordinary girl with an extraordinary heart became the hero her city needed. Are you ready for an adventure? Then let's begin. Hi there, I'm Jannah, and I'm 15 years old. I love science, reading, and playing with my little brother. Oh, and I also happen to be a superhero. But shh, it's a secret. Before I share my superhero adventures with you, there's an important fact about me that you should know. Every day, I pray to Allah. It's a special time to connect with my faith and ask for guidance. Before I start my day in the morning, I pray and ask Allah to help me with my mission to help others. I thank Him for giving me these amazing powers and ask for the wisdom to use them well. Throughout the day, whenever I can, I take a moment to pray again. It helps me stay focused and reminds me of the importance of being kind and doing good. At night, before I go to bed, I pray once more. I thank Allah for all the beneficial things that happened that day, even the small stuff. I'm grateful for family, friends, and the chance to change the world. I also ask for forgiveness if I make mistakes, and the strength to be a better person tomorrow. Praying isn't just something I do, it's a big part of who I am. It gives me strength when I'm scared and helps me make beneficial choices. Now let me tell you how I became a superhero. You might be wondering, Jannah, how did you become a superhero? Well, it all started on what seemed like a normal school day. We were going on a field trip to the new quantum research lab in the city. I was so excited. I was eager to observe the fascinating scientific exhibits while the other children were disinterested. As we walked through the lab, I saw huge machines with blinking lights and heard weird buzzing sounds. It was amazing. But then something went wrong. One of the big machines started sparking and making loud noises. Everyone panicked and ran away. But I noticed something. The machine had trapped a scientist. Without thinking, I ran to help. Just as I reached the scientist, there was a bright flash of purple light. It felt like 1,000,000 tiny stars were dancing on my skin. When the light faded, I felt different, stronger, faster. I looked down and gasped. My purple hijab was flowing like a cape, sparkling with tiny stars. My clothes had changed into a cool superhero outfit with a crescent moon on the chest. The scientist looked at me in awe. "Young lady," he said, "I think you've just become extraordinary." At first, I was scared. What did this mean? Would I have to leave my family? But then I realized this was a gift from Allah. This was an opportunity to assist others and improve the world. I said a quick prayer of thanks and asked for guidance in using these new powers. From that day on, I became the purple hijab protector. But being a superhero isn't always about fighting the wicked guys. Sometimes it's about being kind and solving problems. I once intervened against a group of bullies. I was walking home from school when I saw them picking on a smaller kid. I took a deep breath and walked over. "Hey," I said, trying to sound brave, "leave him alone." The bullies laughed. "What are you going to do about it, Purple?" I smiled. "I'm going to teach you about kindness and respect." Then I used my powers to float a few inches off the ground. Their eyes went wide. While they were astonished, I engaged them in conversation. I found out they were dealing with problems at home and feeling angry. We talked about better ways to handle those feelings. By the end, they apologized to the younger child, and we all agreed to meet up to play soccer sometime. Another time, I had to stop a robbery. I was flying over the city when I saw a man trying to steal a lady's bag. I swooped down and stood between them. "Sir," I said gently, "I don't think this is the right way to solve your problems. What's going on?" The man looked scared at first, but then he started crying. He told me he lost his job and couldn't feed his family. Instead of taking him to the police, I took him to a community center where he could get help finding a new job and food for his family. Sometimes being a superhero means using your brain more than your muscles. Imagine the day when a massive robot tore through the city park. Everyone was running and screaming, but I flew up close and realized the robot wasn't evil. Its computer brain was just malfunctioning. I utilized my abilities to establish a connection with its circuits and identified the issue. With a little tech know-how, and okay, maybe a bit of superhero magic, I fixed the glitch. The robot shrunk down to its normal size and became friendly. Now it helps clean up the park. But you know what? Being a superhero isn't always easy. I still have to do my homework, help with chores, and pray 5 times a day. Sometimes I feel exhausted from staying up late to save the city. I believe helping others is the most important thing we can do, thanks to my faith. I haven't told my family about my powers yet. I'm a bit nervous about how they'll react, but I think they'll understand. After all, they've always taught me to stand up for what's right and to help others. One of the hardest parts is keeping it a secret at school. At times, I must fabricate justifications for my absence in order to ensure my safety. Aisha, my best friend, is growing suspicious. She's super smart. I think she might figure it out soon. But being a superhero isn't just about having cool powers. It's about making ethical choices and being kind. Anyone can be a hero in their own way. Perhaps you defend a victim of bullying, assist a younger child with their homework, or simply offer a smile to someone experiencing sadness. Those things might seem small, but they can make a big difference. I'm still learning how to be the best superhero I can be. Sometimes I make mistakes, but that's okay. What's important is that I keep trying to do the right thing. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you about my archenemy. Her name is Dr. Chaos, and she's always trying to cause trouble in the city. She has a machine that can control the weather. Once she made it rain inside the library. All the books were getting wet. I had to use my super speed to move all the books to safety while also tracking down Dr. Chaos and stopping her machine. But you know what? Despite Dr. Chaos's terrible actions, I don't believe she is entirely bad. I think she's lonely and wants attention. I'm trying to figure out how to help her use her smarts for beneficial purposes instead of causing problems. Maybe one day she'll become a hero too. Being the purple hijab protector has taught me so much. My experience has taught me that problems are often deeper than they appear. I've learned that kindness and understanding can often solve problems better than fighting. I've learned that everyone can be a hero, regardless of background. So, what do you think? Pretty cool, right? But remember, you don't need superpowers to be a hero. Kindness, assisting others, and advocating for justice are the qualities that truly define a hero. Remember, making time to express gratitude and seek guidance, as I do in my prayers, can help you become the best version of yourself. Oh, my crescent moon emblem is glowing. That means someone needs help. Time for me to fly. However, I must first offer a brief prayer for fortitude and discernment. Remember, keep being awesome and be kind to others. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the next superhero your community needs. This is Jannah, the purple hijab protector, zooming off to save the day. See you next time, young heroes. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button.